got the package from myself. So this package here looks pretty beaten. And the reason why it looks like this is because it has traveled a long way for a very long time. So here's the story on my Luxman R1500 and how it traveled from Germany to Austria and back from Austria to Germany. And all of this took 4 months. Inside this package is a Luxman R1500 that I owned for a couple of years and that I decided I would let go. So mid-December last year, this guy mailed me and he was interested in this device, and he asked me if I could send it to him to Austria. No problem, because I did business with this guy before without any trouble on neither side. So I figured, yeah, sure, I'll send it to you. The only thing he wanted is that he gets this thing before Christmas of 2018. And I promised him it will get to him before Christmas. So what actually happened? I'm going to tell you now. Here is the Sendungsverfolgung. I'm not sure if you can read this. Sendungsverfolgung means the tracking history for this package here. So as you can see, a lot of stuff has been going on. Anyway, if you send hi-fi vintage, just any kind of devices, make sure you pack them right. Because in this case, I ran out of those green packing chips that I usually use when sending fragile devices around the world. And I never had a complaint that something was broken. But in this case, I didn't have those chips. So I had to think of something else. So let me reopen this thing and I'll show you how this thing was packed. So even though the box looks pretty beaten, the inside, ta-da, is still pretty decent. So the device itself was wrapped in a thick layer of bubble tape so nothing would happen. And to prevent from shock to destroy something, I had these styrofoam corners. I don't even remember what was packed with that. I bought something brand new and I kept these just in case. So they came in very handy to pack the Luxman. So anyway, I was promising this guy to send it before Christmas, and I did. So I think it was the 21st or the 22nd that the device actually was, that the package actually was delivered to his home. The postman tried it 3 times until the package went back to their facility to be stored, also I think about 10 days, and then the recipient can pick up in person. And he failed to be home and he failed to pick it up. 3 days before the time was over for this thing to be picked up, I mailed it and I'm like, dude, this package is waiting for you. You should go pick it up. By now we were, I think it was the beginning of January. So he's like, oh, okay, I'll go pick it up tonight, latest tomorrow. Well, he didn't pick it up that night, and he didn't pick it up the next day. So what happened was this thing went back to their sorting station, and that's where this happened. It was being sorted, then it was being prepared for transport, and then it was being sorted again, and then the next day thing happened over and over again. So this list got longer and longer, and I got more concerned and concerned. Every day that I read what's going on, it was still in Vienna, and that's where it was bouncing around. So in February, I filed a complaint, and they told me it can take up to 30 days. And what do you know? The 31st day after I filed the complaint, I got this package. So now it's sitting here. I contacted this guy that bought it originally, and he's like, oh, okay, now that it's back, what are your plans? I'm like, what are my plans? It's your freaking receiver. You should want it. And I guess he has to pay shipping again. That's my story of mailing my R1500 from Germany to Austria. It really was a tough decision for me to let this receiver go, because I think it's one of the most beautiful devices of the 70s. But it really wasn't working out too good with my B&Ws. I was using this thing at home, and it just didn't fit in. When I first saw this thing, I knew I had to have it. And then I played around with it for, I can't remember, 3 or 4 years. I also got the matching turntable, the PD284, which is a beautiful turntable. I made a video about it down the line. You can go check it out. Beautiful turntable, but it has this one thing that annoys me a whole lot. So I still have that. I haven't decided whether to sell it or not. I'm not sure if I really want to let it go, because, like I said, it's a beautiful turntable. This was the most complicated story that I have to tell about shipping hi-fi devices and mailing them around the world so far. All in all, it took today's the 1st of April, so this thing is still here. The guy bought it in mid-December last year, so you do the math how long he has to wait for it. And this is not the end, because now this package has to travel back to Austria from Germany, because this thing has a new owner and he's waiting for it. And he wanted it for Christmas 2018. So I hope he will get it before Christmas 2019. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe. And I want to thank all of you guys that have been supporting my channel for all this time and giving me all this positive feedback. You guys keep me going on. And and also I want to show you, I've been doing my videos with this Canon 5D Mark II. Now I'm shooting on a brand new Canon 5D Mark IV, which has an autofocus. Walk up and it should focus, and it should focus here. And I finally can use my very expensive 1.2 50mm So I hope the quality satisfies you. I'm very excited how this video is gonna turn out, even though it was just a small story on sending a hi-fi device around the world. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.